going to be our turn again to unrealistic statistics and say we have achieved this, we have achieved that, we have achieved something else. And we know that in real terms, we have very little to celebrate.
You agree, PLO?
I agree. I agree. You know, on the 12th day of December, and that is a great day in the history of this nation, there is a sense in which the president will read your typical speeches. There'll be pomp and circumstance and the accompanying razzmatazz. But the truth is, in real terms, is it not the time to take stock? We have been a thieving nation with the devolved corruption in the last 2.5 years. If we could do a Magufuli and say this time round, what we are going to do, some will say it is copycat, but what is wrong with copying a good thing? If we could say this time round what we are going to do, there'll be no activity at Nyayo Stadium or Uhuru Park. We are simply going to go to the villages. Those of us who are in Nairobi, we go back to Eastlands, go back to Kawangware, go back to Mukuru Kwanjenga, go back to Mukuru Kayaba, those in Nakuru and Eldoret and different parts of the country, and we plant trees during this El Nino, and we ensure that this country is newly re-energized come 2016. That would be a better way of saving the 100 million plus that the bureaucrats will want us to consume on the 12th day of December.
Absolutely, and at the same time, just ask yourself, what would Magufuli do? Can we ever get a Magufuli here, PLO, Barack? Is it possible? I mean, is that wishful thinking? Is that a pipe dream?
The electoral process before Barack butts in, as presently constituted, where people are mobilized on the basis of ethnicity, where people are mobilized on the basis of corruption and bribery, where we have the same people who are moving from one party to the other and claiming that they are our saviors.
And they just change in the morning.
Absolutely. Where you have the Pharaoh claiming that he is Moses simply because he has a rod and staff in his hand. Where the monkeys are the same and the forest change. If we continue on that trajectory, Kenya will never have a Magufuli moment, which then calls into question, you Kenyans, wherever you are, you've got to ensure that when the elections are called, you vote individuals on the basis of the programs that they promise in education, in health, and in agriculture. Don't vote people because they come from your ethnic group. They don't help you when the chips are down. When that happens, and I pray and hope that it will happen in the lifetime of many Kenyans, then Kenya will be the great country that it ought to be. But when I look at 2017, holding all factors constant, oh God, save Kenya.
That's deep, that's deep. But at the same time, Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere must be smiling wherever he is. He's smiling.
Yeah, he started off his country on the right footing. Remember that at the start of this show, we spoke of the philosophy, we spoke of the purpose, we spoke of the architecture, we spoke of the design of the state. And Mwalimu Julius Nyerere was thinking about a state that was going to be enabling the citizens to fulfill themselves and to have a wholesome life. He was thinking about a state in which everybody would be proud to be Tanzanian. Professor Ali Mazrui, God rest his soul in eternal peace, came up with this notion of what he called Tanzaphilia, from Tanzania and philia, love, the love that the Tanzanians feel towards their country, the love that they feel towards edified, dignified, and leadership that has got probity. Unlike what we have here. Somebody steals. We know very well this is a thief. You know, a thief is a thief. Even if he puts on a three-piece suit with a fourth piece in the pocket, like this one here, and he's a thief, he is still a thief. Even if he stays in the most leafy suburb, drives the latest state-of-the-art custom-made limousines, he is still a thief. We celebrate those kinds of people. In Tanzania, they would never do that. We need to get to a point where we actually find thieves repulsive. That yes, you may come here with all those things, and we must tell you, like Ben Mtobwa of Tanzania has said, pesa zako zinanuka. And before we have that, our pesa zako zinanuka moment, we're never going to have a Magufuli, and the architects of our independence are never going to smile wherever they are, like Mwalimu Julius Nyerere is doing.
Absolutely.